coming, because last week was the 4th. And baby, I was out there on that pool, with my orange hair. Yes, y'all. Hair, orange hair. Wicks, actually, to be exact. Wigs to be exact. I could have had the extensions and everything. I said, nah, man, we gonna thug it out. I want y'all to see me in my natural. And yeah, of course, my mother was like, well, who still wears orange hair? You out here looking like a clown. And I'm like, Mom, you look like a backwards question mark. Okay. All breasts, no behind. Let's not do this. Okay. You want to try this? Let's go. But yes, guys, got wigs. And I real quick for I go ahead and for the newcomers, the old comers, that you guys, introduce a podcast back to y'all. But 8 months ago, and 8 in the Bible means, new beginnings. 8 months ago, the Holy Spirit had given me a vision that I was gonna have, orange wigs and red glasses. And so lo and behold, it came to pass. So I am so excited. But man, I want to welcome you guys to another great episode of Kyndra's Corner. And so on Kyndra's Corner, this is this is a podcast that is dedicated to random polling questions that I think about. Just anything. Because I like to talk. I like to talk to random people, and I like to just get insight, on different things. But before I go ahead and get started, I want to say this, man. I know that life is hard. It really is. But y'all still need to brush y'all's teeth. Please brush y'all's teeth, okay? Y'all's teeth should not look like you just finished eating yellow crayons, okay? There should be no reason for that. And I really hate when men ask me, like, who lives with me? A couple of killers. Why? What's up? Stop asking me that question. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't freaking matter. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring a couple of great people on the stage, man. Couple of great people. So without further ado, let me start off with my first guest. Brother is one of the best rappers who comes out of New Orleans. And I'm not talking about Wayne. He's actually better than him. Wayne looks up to him, right? He just got back off tour because he ain't been here in a few months, but he was out there living his best life. He was traveling with Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa is actually his hype man. He is one of the best drivers out there. He travels the world for a living. He actually had talked Hugh Hefner out of, the Playboy mentor said, man, you got to get your life right with Christ. And Hugh Hefner said, you right. And right when he did, he died. So let me bring Wings on the plane.
I don't know if I was ready for that introduction. Oh, my God. I hope I can live up to the hype. Shout out to Weezy FB.
Hey, listen, man. Let me go ahead and bring my next guest, my pops, man. One of the many men, because I'm going to have 3 different weddings. I'm going to have 3 different men walk me down the aisle on different weddings at a time because I got too many fathers out here, man. So let me go ahead, man. He's a father of many, all right? And we ain't talking like Father Abraham, but then again, we don't know. He probably has some possibles out there. Pops!
Hey, you might as well introduce me as a spade game. Ain't no possible.
What's good, Pop? What's good, brother?
Yo, what's happening?
You know what? And that's what I like about Pops, man. He said, I'm going to try to make it, and he's not going to disappoint his unauthorized daughter. So thank you so much for showing up and everything else. So without that being said, let me go ahead and get into the crazy, interesting news of the week, all right? So, and I'll start off with, I guess I can start off with Wings on the Plane and then Pops, just bounce it back and forth. So, interesting news of the week. So a Chinese woman, I don't know how long ago this was, must have been recent, but a Chinese woman had got her 20 boyfriends to buy her 20 iPhones, and she sold each of them to make a down payment on a house. You know what, man? City girls are up. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know how she was able to have 20 boyfriends in the first place, because realistically, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. Just me personally, I can maybe, if I was, maybe three guys I can call my actual boyfriends without being annoyed. However, like, how were they able to? And then once the news broke out, nobody came and annihilated her for doing that. Like, the Asian men, they're not like the American men over here. Wings on a plane. What are your thoughts on
Well, she pimping. She pimping all over the world, and I don't look at it as a bad thing because it's like a billion Chinese people. So I mean, 20 bars. She's kind of within her range of doing that. But how much are these iPhones? If she put a down payment on a house for each of the phone, how much? How much is an iPhone? I got an Android. I'm not privy to the information. I have a
Well,
regular
iPhones
Android
are
phone.
they're expensive. I will like the latest one. I think they have a 16 max, and that's like about 15, 16. That is somebody's rent a month. Like it's six. Let's just say $1,600. You know, and
That is
everything else like that.
ridiculous. I mean, well, at least she has boyfriends that have money, obviously, to buy. Each of them can buy her $1,600 phone. I mean, yeah,
You
I
said
can
this
make.
was a you said this was a Chinese woman, right?
That's correct.
Don't they gotta like share dudes? I mean, because there's like 25 million more men because in a society they wanted more, like they abort the girls and have more men. So she well, like you said, that she well within her rate because she can do that because the ratio is off. Like I said, they have 25 million more men. So I think they got like 10 boyfriends. I think that's just natural for them. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
they
mean,
frown upon.
Pops, I got a question though. But I thought the men like I don't know. I guess because maybe it's a cultural thing, but I don't know too many men who are okay knowing that they're being shared. Like I don't know too many men who will be okay with that. Willingly
I'm
be
just
okay with
I'm just saying it's their parents' fault for aborting all the girls, having like a male overload. You know what I mean? They need to be choking their daddy out. You know what I'm talking about?
I totally agree, Pop.
That's why you see a lot of Chinese dudes. They going to Africa and marrying into African chicks because there's no women over there for them. So you got all these little black nieces over there. You know what I mean?
that makes sense. Okay, well,
Hey,
um
but that don't excuse my ex though, because I went in her phone because she asked me for $20. Some told me going on her phone, she went in the bathroom. It was 30 dudes she asked for 20. And 10 of them she already received the 20 from.
how did you confront her?
And she not Chinese. So I'm like,
How did you
what?
confront
I'm like,
what that look like, Pops? Like when you found out, what did that look like?
it looked like a lot of cursing and a lot of. I didn't put no hands on her, but I was upset. I wanted to DDT her. You know what I'm talking about? Because it was a. I don't know if I was upset that she was getting the money or it was a good hustle or that she was playing me. I don't know what it was, but it was a good hustle. I'm upset because I mean, 30 dudes, $20. That's $600, and she already got 200. You know what I'm talking about? No, she got 220 because I'm the 11. I'm the 11 sucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
she
wait, hold
got you,
on.
Pop.
Pops, hold on.
Yeah,
I got
she.
a question. Go ahead, Pops.
Nah, you go ahead.
I
Speak
was
your piece.
I was gonna ask you, and then we can go to the first question because it segues to the first question. Did you ever introduce her to your folks before you found out what was going on, or were you about to introduce her to your folks before once you found
Yeah,
out
yeah,
everything?
I was gonna do it. I was gonna. I'm glad I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But my kids kind of saw it though. That's the messed up part. But kids they get over it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, so they
But
never say whatever happened to you remember that lady? Did they ever bring it back up?
no. My kids don't mention none of my old hoes.
So let's go ahead, Pops. Let's take it with you. Let's go with question one. This segues. What are some things that you've done that would be considered moving too fast when it came to someone new in your life?
Um, anything I move too fast is always something financial. Like I met a chick. Yeah, my oldest son mother. Talking about within 4 months we was living together. You know what I'm talking about? Because I felt bad. This is my simp days. You know what I'm talking about? She moved from Colorado. I moved her in. All type of simp stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
How was that
Paying
a simp? You really loved her though. How was that a simp?
How do I really love somebody in 4 months?
People get married in 4 months of knowing each other. What are you talking about? Like it
Matter
happens
of
all the
fact,
time.
it wasn't even 4 months. She got pregnant at 4 months. I met her in July. She was living with me by September, that was 2 months. So that's even more simp. You know what I'm talking about?
That's not simp. That means you really love her. Okay, pause. Hold on. Let me break
No,
it.
what kind of love do you have in a month?
I don't know. Like okay, I'm gonna break it down to you. Okay, and this is a
Okay.
true fact. This is a true fact. Okay, you can ask anybody, ask the OGs or whatever else it may be. It used to be a time, and I made a video about this. It used to be a time where if a man, once he had relations with a woman, like he done married her a week or 2 weeks later. That was back in the day. Now men are not having sex. They have sex with a woman. They're like, okay, this is cool, but it's not marrying her worth type. Like they did that. Like they married a chick within 2 weeks after they got the draws. Because it made you cry. You said this is it. This is it. I'm sure y'all have had that situation before.
You know what? That possibly can be true because we have more access to social media and getting outside. They probably had to walk to a different plantation or something to go meet a different girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, boss, everybody hit my cousin. You know what I'm talking about? So I need to go to Mr. Child's plantation. So yeah, I could probably see that being a thing. You know what I'm talking about? So
Okay. So let me ask you this last question, and then if you have another response to this, you can answer. If not, we'll go to wings on the plane. So let me ask you this last question. So she gets pregnant by, so basically 2 months in. When did you realize, around what month was it where you realized, like, this is a bad idea, that I should have never moved her in? When did you realize that?
mid-October.
Mid-October.
Cause look, dig. I just moved out from my BM. I was with her for 11 years, and that was back in May.
Okay.
So by July, I was in a whole nother demonstration after being with somebody for 11 years. So I didn't give myself enough time to heal. All I knew was family relationship. You know what I'm talking about? So I wasn't privy of the idea of I need to heal. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So I'm in this thing like, damn, I just got a relationship. What am I doing? Why are you here? I'm hurt. You know what I'm talking about? My BM that put me through hell all these years. What the fuck am I doing? I done got stabbed, clothes bleached, cheated on. So I'm like just sitting there like, I'm like, I need to heal. Like I said, damn, my stomach ain't even healed. You know what I'm saying? I still got a fresh stab wound.
Damn, Pops, she stabbed you?
Yeah. You know what? She stabbed me because I introduced my kids, to the girl I was just talking about. The one that had the $20 in the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you introduce her in the first place?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I was very confused at that time.
Clearly.
You a wild boy, Pop. You a wild boy.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot going on.
So okay, well, let me ask last question, then we're gonna go to Wings on Play. How long would you guys say that y'all officially had stayed together until you like this is not gonna work and you just had to move on? What was the time duration?
I said October. We didn't officially break up until like May, closer to when my son was gonna be born in August. So
okay, gotcha.
See, I did kick her out though. I felt bad, even though shit is but I had to. I just was like, I'm gonna be a father, but you just can't be here while I go through this process of the hope. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They say men don't heal, we hope, but I was hoeing and healing. You know what I'm talking
about? Well, you know what? Lesson learned. Definitely, guys, ladies, let's take it from Pops because he's letting y'all know.
If a dude done got out of a long-term relationship, let that man hoe in peace. Yeah. Don't form no relationship with him. You know what I'm talking? You know what I mean? He needs to heal. So I don't know who needs to hear that. You know what I mean? And don't date no dude who's still attached. Cause my baby mama's still popping up in my house too. You know what I'm saying? Throwing rocks, disturbing my life. So it was a man that's got out of that type of relationship. Y'all definitely don't want to deal with that type of dude because he has a lot of baggage. You know what I mean? He needs to.
I don't know. I guess I still think about the simping part. I don't know why it would be called simp if you know. But okay, I guess everybody's definition, like wings on
I
a plane.
mean,
Definition of go ahead, pops. Go ahead.
simping is like doing the most too fast for somebody who ain't even put the work and the effort in. You know what I'm talking about?
Ah, okay.
I taking care of a girl ain't simping, but taking care of somebody that you really don't know and you ain't really reciprocating, that's simp behavior. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I had worse simp scenarios, but that one
He
was
said you're
definitely.
at work. Wait, hold on, wait. Pause, hold on. Before I move the wings on the plane, pause. Question. Did you know her first, middle,
Yeah,
and last? Did you know her first, middle, and last name before you moved her in your house?
I know her first and her last name. I don't know her middle name to this day.
Wings on the plane. Do you want me to go question with you, or do you want me to go and reread
Oh, babe,
the question
it's
with
up
you?
to you, babe. It's up to you, babe. I'm here for Kyndra.
Okay, cool. So the question is, what are some things that you've done that would be considered moving too fast when it came to someone new in your life?
Getting married. Oh my God. Yeah, getting
Wait a
married
minute.
is too bad. I got married
Wait,
in 8 months of knowing my wife. That
you
was
married her in what? How many months?
8 months.
That's not bad though. Like
That
when
is
you know,
very
you
bad.
know.
That is very bad because I have an ideology of I have to spend 4 seasons with you. I have to go through the spring, the winter, the summer, and the fall. We
Okay.
didn't make it to the winter, and that is why we're divorced now. I ain't gonna
You
say
know
she's
what?
bad, but that's why I was simping. I was simping because she wanted to be married. I wasn't ready. I knew I wasn't ready. I was like, "You sure you want to marry me?" Okay, I guess. And
You know what?
after getting out of jail, I said, "Hey, let's get married." I don't care.
I won't say you was simping unless like did y'all know each other prior to that? If you know each other prior to that for a while, I wouldn't consider that simping.
I did not. I met my ex-wife in December of 2017. We got married in August of 2018. I did not know this young lady. I met her at a party for one of my nieces. She was a
Okay.
librarian. We winded up doing it after 2 weeks of me knowing this young lady.
Oh
By the
wow.
way, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Well, I'm a smooth criminal, but at the same time, had we
Yeah,
given it a little more time, maybe it would have lasted. I don't know, man.
Not the song too.
Eh, You know about that, Pop. It's not you a big old player too, Pop. Hey, man, they love it, brother. They love a
Oh,
smooth
wait,
criminal.
hold on. I got a question. Wings on the plane. I got a question.
Hmm?
So this was an episode. I don't think neither one of you guys were on this episode, but this was like many weeks back. But basically, what the question was, about men and like basically women, with our standards, right? Like we men respect us more. Supposedly, men respect us more if we do that 90-day rule or we just give them time to wait, whatever it might be. What was it about her where you still say, you know what, I'm gonna still deal with you, even though it's only been like 2 weeks later we just met? Like, what made you not think to yourself, if she does doing this with me this quickly, then I know she's doing this with everybody else, and I don't want to pursue this.
I think it was more so the caliber of woman she was, because she was a librarian, nice young lady and professional. I've never met a woman of that caliber, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm special. Maybe she just did this for me because if you look at her resume, she's a professional woman. It's not like she's outside in the streets and clubs. So I felt like, okay, you just did this for me because I'm special. You like I said, baby. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't mind.
you
And
like
she
I'm
helped me fix
special.
my credit. It helped me fix my credit, upgraded my life. I'm like,
Oh
baby, come
wow.
on,
Okay,
let's jump the
sis,
ground.
clock it, clock it.
Okay,
Like, baby,
okay.
come on, let's do it.
She had benefits. Okay.
Exactly. Yes. And I gave her the best benefit. I mean, you wouldn't give me your benefits if I didn't share my benefits. So my benefits
Hey,
were worth it.
hey,
I mean,
clock
I'm just
it.
saying. Yeah, I'm just saying, baby. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna give you guys my answer. I would say, because hopeless romantic, but I'm coming out of that. A lot of it I had to realize was rooted in my childhood trauma, and I realized that it was definitely something that I had to really ask Yahweh to really help me with. And for me, I would sit here if you said the right words, like, "Oh, I've never heard that before." I think I almost told a guy after 3 hours of talking to him on the phone the first night. I love you. And I was like, if he would have asked me to marry him within that same week, I would have been like his father who met a chick. I think he told me his father's third wife. He met her within a week and then they got married by the end of the week. I said, oh my gosh, goals. We should do the same thing, right? Like I literally just picture a whole life with this person. Like that's yeah. But,
I want to know what was said in this conversation.
Me too. I'm gonna say the same thing.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so it was just more so we role play. Like I like role playing, right? So we role play like just role play just an imaginary future together, right? That's really what it was. I'm like, no one's ever done this. Like we were the same person. We're making animal sounds on the phone as an adult, right?
What kind of goddamn animals? What the like, fuck is sexy about?
Yes, I'll be like, and Tor's like, and he'll be like, and I'm like, we're just sitting there like making animal sounds. It just was.
How old were you?
This is like last year.
God damn it! I did a bad job as a father. I'm sorry. God damn it.
Nah, he was.
I'm sorry.
It was.
I ain't raised you right.
You know what? Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's okay. We go our own path, right? It's called free will. But no, I mean, it was. I think what it was is that it just felt like I found the male version of me. And do you know how amazing that is? Like I'm already enough to handle. To find someone who's the same crazy goofiness, like a carbon copy of me, that's beautiful. But yeah, you can't do that. Like, but I'm like so spontaneous. If you would have been like, drive here tonight, even though I just met him the day before, I would have driven there that night. That's how I am. But he didn't do it. Listen, God blocked his mouth from saying that. All right, next question. Wings on the plane. Let me start with you. We're kind of, like I said, we're still kind of segueing since we're talking about relationships, and this is more of a serious question. So you got to put on your thinking caps. Get ready. Put your thinking cap on. It's already on. Both of y'all's got it on. Okay. So, second question is Wings on the plane. Should a man, and I'll repeat this twice, should a man expect his woman to be submissive if he has not taken her out of survival mode? I'm going to repeat that again. Should a man expect his woman to be submissive if he hasn't taken her out of survival mode?
I mean, yeah, because you by female nature, you should be that already. Like, so I don't want no masculine lady. All we want is, especially me, all I ask a young lady to do is be feminine, be cooperative, and be friendly. That's human nature for a female. So, yes, I should expect you to be submissive. Now, you don't have to, oh, yes, my king and all that. I ain't acting like that, especially if we both in survival. We both put it together. We're going to build together. But, yeah, you got to be submissive, baby. I think what happens is a lot of young ladies have what I like to call the princess complex. You guys are raised up on these movies where the guy saves the damsel in distress and, comes and is a happy ever ending. I love the movie Shrek because I always tell people this. I am not Shrek, okay? We have to look at it. Shrek had to go to never, never, never away land, find the donkey that talks, fight a dragon and walk over a rocky bridge of lava, only to save the princess, who he assumes a princess, then find out she's an ogre too. She's an ogre, just like him. So I'm like, hey, you can meet me halfway. If you're a young lady, you should by nature be submissive. I think women are taught to be this masculine energy. Like, I'm independent and this and that. Well, go that way and be by yourself. All I'm asking you to do is cooperate and be submissive. That's what women should be by nature. But yes, you should be that already. Even if you're still in survival mode. Sound the fire.
I'm sorry. I just had to clap because he was going to say the same exact thing I was going to say. Like, if I would have met my wife and she was on DMX time and, I'm trying to, what? What's what? What you gonna do? Like, no, bitch, no. I'm finna run, bitch. That's what the fuck I'm finna do. Leave your deep throat ass. Where the fuck you at? But when I met my wife, she was naturally just pleasant, submissive. She showed me what a wife could be. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to be like, all right, if I do this, maybe the bitch might act a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of that. It was just that was in her character. That's who she was, and that's why I put a stamp on it. You know what I'm talking about? So if
So
your
like,
ass a survivor, what's her? You like you and old boy making dog noise? Nah, bitch, I'm finna hang up on your motherfucking ass. Pit bull mouth, bitch. Fuck off my phone. You know what I'm talking about? Cause I didn't had enough gang banging ass bitches. I was into that shit for a while. I fuck all that shit. I wanted fit, fine, feminine, pleasant. If you ain't like that off GP, get the fuck out of here, shorty. Get the fuck out of here.
brother.
Go,
Salute to
go,
you.
go kickbox or something. You know what I'm saying? Get some aggression out of something.
so I got a question. Around what age or how long ago did you make it to the point where you like, bro, I don't like no gangster gutter type of woman to for I don't want that no more. It's not fun no more. Around how long? What was that final like that your final strike where you like, I'm not dealing with this no more. I want a lady.
I think I said my BM. She from the party, but I think it was about 2012. I was dealing with this chick out the west side of Chicago. We pulled up into the fucking Wendy's. I had her son in the car. Shouldn't have had her fucking son in the car. Little game banging ass motherfucker. But I'm on the west side. I'm fucking with her. Got a little game banging, four corner hustler ass son in the car. So I'm like, all right. We in the Wendy's line. The person forgot one little burger. All she had to do was be like, all right, you forgot a burger. Dude was like, cool. She handed the pot to the little nigga in the back seat. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I hear the window roll down. Dude comes back to the window. He throws the motherfucking cup in the nigga face.
What?
Yes. So if you know anything about the West Side, them niggas kick it. The West Side, them niggas kick it. He had 2 cars worth of 13 niggas on the side right here. These niggas chased me down the motherfucking street. She like, get out the car and fight. You ain't no real. I'm like, oh, I got to stop
What?
dealing with these niggas.
Wait,
Hell
fight
nah.
the guy? What?
Hell nah.
Yeah,
West side of
that
what?
the other nigga, the nigga almost got to that other nigga almost one. I guess it was water or something on the hood or something too, cause that nigga slid across my motherfucking hood like slip and slide. And he was able to stop the other niggas because they didn't want to run him over, so they were like, "Oh shit!"
Damn, Pop,
That
you
shit,
wild. You wild.
that whole scenario, it was scary. It was funny as fuck. But after that, I was like, you know what? I'm done with these hoes. No more gangster bitches for me.
Yeah, no. Did you ever wait? I got a question. Present day, have you seen her since then? Like after that, did you ever see her ever down the line?
No. I was done.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes she might be like, well, I don't know. You know how gangster women can be. They pull up, meet you
We
somewhere,
was
whatever.
we was friends on Facebook until I guess she found out I got married, and then she deleted me. You know how women be having hoop dreams, like you might bet a block on them, but not never ever. You
Well,
know what I
hey,
mean?
that's good. Thanks. Shout out to your wife. Well, let me go ahead and go with this and give you guys my answer. Um, what I've learned is that you know, when you're young and dating, like for example, us women, we give, especially in our teens and 20s, we give guys so many chances. We'll give 1,000 chances to a guy, and then once we get to a certain age, maybe late 20s, hit about 30, we're like, we're not dealing with that no more. Like because of the amount of immature, and we know that men do mature slower than women. We know this. This is a proven fact. And so, hence why we try to go after guys who are way older until we realize some of those men have not matured either. And that's why it's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old some of these men are. It doesn't matter. You have some old fools out here. Some of them mature when they're supposed to, and some of them they just don't ever arrive to where they're supposed to be. So what happens is as we're dating, and I'm sure, like I said, you guys, got to a certain age, you're like, man, dating should not be this rough. However, we weren't always like this. We tried dating guys younger in our age group, older, and we just kept coming across the wrong type of people. Was that a poor reflection on us? I don't believe so, because I know that there's always that saying, you are who you attract, or something in that manner, but that's not always the case, because you guys are nice guys, very decent, hardworking men, but you guys have attracted loser type of women. That doesn't make you a loser. That's just what the enemy placed in your path to get you off path, right? However, I say all that to say, I think it's important for women to heal. Like I said, Pops, you met your wife when she was, on a pretty much a healed journey. If you would have met her right, in the context of like after her previous relationship, like a month later, it would not have worked. Like, you had to meet her when it was the right time, and she had to still really be. And I will say the difference with her and a lot of other people that I know that you dealt with. She actually has a real relationship with Christ. Not everybody has that. Like, they'll just go warm up church seats and then come out and they'll still, like I say, do what that last chick from the West Side did. I bet she knew God. I bet she knew God the Father, Jesus, God the Son, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. I bet she knew him. And then it will still curse you out in the parking lot.
Them the biggest ones.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like that. So I say all that to say, a man, if he really cares enough, or depending on the man, if they care enough and they see what she's going through, he should be able to really work with her. He can't expect her, especially if she has been hurt by guys, he can't expect her off bat to be submissive, especially if she's tried being submissive to nothing type of dudes and it got her nowhere. And the biggest line I've heard is, man, I ain't nothing like those type of niggas. And that be the biggest nigga there is that you should not ever try, no woman should try to deal with or nothing. I have been fooled, man, I ain't nothing like those, man. Why you guys keep saying about us, man, da da da. But it's all play. Or he'll be like, man, I can't find out one good woman, man. I've tried everything. And then here comes a woman who's like, oh my gosh, she's green. Oh my gosh, I'll be that woman for you. And that's how he gets her. And so she is hurt by that. So I would say, for me personally, where I am now, I'm glad to say that I cannot wait to be submissive. And I'm, like you said, wings on the plane. I'm not going to sit here with a fanning you as you eat. No, that's at that point, that's OD. I'm like, at that point, like I'm making you my God, right? However, I can't wait to do, the simple things like, pack. And again, this is husband, not boyfriend. Okay, don't get it mixed up. Okay, I'm not my boyfriend. All right, I can't wait to pack my husband's lunch. Even 2:00 in the morning, he wakes me up, babe. Especially if I'm not really working, go make me a sandwich. Of course, I'll make you a sandwich. It's 2:00 in the morning. That is the type of treatment that wives, y'all need to do. That wakes you up. You better go make him a sandwich. Okay, have his clothes ironed. Okay, like, do the work. Show your husband how much you appreciate him. Like, and again, checking in, like, hey, babe, should I do this? Babe, should I go out tonight? Just say no. So sorry, babe. Sorry, friends. My husband said I can't go. I can't wait to say that type of stuff. So again, if she's still in survival mode, it's going to be hard for her to really want to listen to you. My wrap up conclusion. So as a man, you can't get upset. You just have to really see, like, what's going on. Why are you like this? I'm really showing you how much I love you. And that comes with unconditional love as well. So that's my answer. I don't know if you guys have anything you want to say to that or so.
So survival mode for you is barely making ends meet, things of that nature.
I guess. I guess.
I'm just saying, when you say survival mode, I mean, so right now you in DMX mode.
No, I'm not in no DMX. No, Pops, I'm not in DMX mode. I'm past that because I've healed.
This is Kyndra Crumb Show.
No, Pops. I am not in DMX mode.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm better now. You know what? There was a time. Go ahead.
So you can be feminine and submissive like even in your state right now. You feel
Most
me?
definitely. Most definitely.
So that's all we saying is like
That's all.
if if you angry now, you gonna be angry later. That
Thank you, Pop.
you know what I'm talking about? Only thing I got for you is a prayer. God, please heal this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
DMX
Excuse
used
me,
to pray
Lord.
too.
You
He used to pray.
know what I'm saying? DMX said to pray after everything.
He used to pray on
You know
everything.
what I'm saying? DMX said to pray after everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did. He did. No, he
Oh
did.
man.
He did. Well, no, like
He
I
was
said,
he was a conflicted soul. A conflicted soul
no, he
did a lot of
was.
things.
He was.
So
But one thing, like I said, he was a praying man. So that's good. You pray for them like you did. That was a quick prayer. Y'all can use that prayer. That if you don't know how to pray, use what Pops said. And Pops can end us out
Yeah,
on prayer too.
that's real. That's real. I think the thing is, for me is all we're asking for is something that is intangible. Just be cooperative, be feminine, be submissive. Y'all got a checklist of you got to make this much money. You got to have this. You got to have this. You got to have this. All the monetary stuff. And I'm like, well, why don't you help build this with the person if you're really into this person? Women nowadays are not taught to be traditional women, and that's why we just have to take from the selection pool we have, which is very, oh man, it's very septic and that it's toxic. But what can you do? You can't live with them, can't live without them. But yeah, we just got one thing we ask: be feminine, cooperative, friendly, submissive. And all those are things that you can do from within. Y'all want us to come out the pocket, dude. We got to go grind, make the money, 6 figures. And I'm like, baby, how many people do you know that actually make 6 figures? Because a lot of women say this.
Especially the
I want to,
average.
he got to make 6 figures. He got to be a boss. I'm like, baby. I felt insulted by one young lady. I love H&M, and I go to work every day. She was crying. She got to go shop where I'll be shopping at for real. I'm like, baby, I buy $100 shirts out of H&M. That's a lot of money for me. I got to go to work for that money. So I think in the mind of the young ladies nowadays, it's so easy just to get a big baller guy just being a boss chick. No, baby, we don't want that. If you're gonna do that, please go that way, respectfully. I don't mind you being a boss. Just go over there, with that. Because I need somebody that's going to be a helpmate to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna guide you wrong, but you can't find that nowadays. There's no traditional women. I'm looking for the Corettas and the Malcolm X wives nowadays. They don't raise them like that no more. That's why I like older women. 50 and up for me, baby. You got to be 50 and up. I take 45. That's the lowest I go. But yeah, I can't do these young women.
So wait, have you thought about there have been a lot of men who are passport bros? Have you thought about being a passport bro?
Oh no, I would never. My uncle is nah, I ain't about that life. Cause they'll kill you quicker than the women over. I'd rather deal with the crazy women over here than go be a passport bro.
hey,
Nah.
I'm still sitting in the car, but I'm at a party for one of my guys. He a passport, bro. He done had a baby by a Dominican over there. I don't see how they be doing that, but
I don't know.
I don't know how they be doing that, man.
I don't believe
I
in it,
mean,
bro.
well, I will say this though, Pops. I think it's easier because those women, like there's a podcast called The Desirable Truth. Well, it's a quick, it's like a 5 minute. This guy on Instagram. Well, actually, it's really more so 2 minutes. And so what he does is he's based out in Miami, and he asks random people questions like, "Hey, are you married? What's your age? Are you married?" Gives them different scenarios. And a lot of, some of the women, like in Switzerland, like, we don't care about a man's money. We just really want to cater to him. And it's like, wow, like there are people in the comment section saying, American women, y'all need to take notes and everything else like that. So I think what it is in those other countries, like in the African countries, those women really worship and they make their husbands feel like kings. Here in America, again, you're right. I don't know what exactly happened, and that's why I'm so glad
I'm
that
gonna tell you. I'm gonna
Give it
tell
a
you.
game.
I'm gonna tell you.
Give it a
I'm
game.
gonna tell you what happened.
Go ahead, Pops. What happened?
Black women became upwardly mobile, more successful, more college degrees. More women back in the day. I hate to admit it, fellas, but they was mainly with us because we could provide. But the more women got more money, they got the more they became like dudes. They act like dudes. They start picking and choosing with their money. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of bad decisions.
I
A lot of
totally agree.
men make bad decisions with their penis. A lot of women start making bad decisions with their vaginas. But I've just noticed, like a lot of old school dudes, I'd be around an old school dude. They used to just, with the money, impress the females. Now these chicks like shit. I got it too, nigga. I throw the money at your ass. You know what I'm saying? You twerk, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, it changed the dynamics of the woman's need for us. So actually now we kind of have to have game. If you ain't got no game, you ain't getting no female these days. Now the top tier dudes, they get to pick and choose. Like back in the day, like say even if you want all that, but because women were uply mobile financially, they kind of settled. But now they ain't settling. You got to come with that chatterbox. You got to get into it. You know what I'm saying? You got to work out. Like you say, you got to be that. So the financial dynamics of everything changed, and that's why we here. You know what I'm saying? It's the game ain't fair, but it's cold, and you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
That's real.
Cause like I ain't have to do nothing back in the day. Like when I had my little money, I just pull up. Females got to choose. You know, pull up them crummy things. They was choosing. It ain't like that no more. You know what I mean? It ain't like that at all.
It all
So
started in the '60s, man. They wanted to
I'm
be with the
sorry,
man.
daughter, but you was in Pampers when I was out there. I'm sorry you was. I changed the Pampers a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I hit the streets back afterwards, but I'm just saying you had the dynamics of things have changed. You know what I mean? Y'all really don't need us like y'all used to. Y'all used to need us. Y'all don't really need us like that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know what I mean?
You
No,
know they asked for that
of
though, right,
course,
Pop?
of
They
course.
asked for that. They asked to be liberated. It started with the feminist movement. You know, they wanted to
Yeah,
have all of
yeah,
these
yeah. I mean,
rights. That's where it come from. It started in the '60s, and we're in 2025. So I mean, you know, this is what the results is right now.
yeah, they pretty much asked for it. I remember being a cable dude. I mean, I know it started with white women. A lot of white women I used to encounter back in the day hated being at home in these big ass mansions when I used to be a cable dude. They hated that shit with a passion. One woman even broke down crying, talking about, I know he with his secretary somewhere. You know what I mean? So
Then leave. Then all you had to do was just leave. Why
no,
are
no,
you
no. They
still
not finna leave. They not finna leave from being taken care of. I said becoming financially free and not having to deal with that is what it was about. They hated being the white man's footstool. You know what I'm saying? So they adopted y'all black women with it and said, let's roll. You know what I mean?
I guess. I
You
just
Yeah,
a real
shit.
player, Pop. You a real player,
I'm
brother.
gonna say this, and then we can, kind of, come to the close of this podcast. But for me, I've learned, and I'm gonna say this: my biological father, he was because he's passed away now, but my biological father, was wealthy, right? And I remember it was three things that I said, okay, this is what I want in a man. Only three, because everything else he was terrible. He knew how to cook well. I still could not find not one man who could outcook my dad. They like, oh, I know how to cook, and I'm like, bro,
I can't cook.
they served me the plate. I'm like, are you making this for me or your dog? This looks terrible, and it tastes bad, man. So,
Then you just knock it off the table like, get this dog food on.
bro, you know what? Have y'all ever had food that nasty food that was served on a real plate? It's like, bro, how am I supposed to fold this up? Like, it's on a real
I have.
plate. You can't even fold it up.
Unfortunately, I have. I have. From the same boss chicks that don't want to be submissive or
Come
cooperative as
on,
well.
come on. But the second thing, my father, he was financially responsible, and the last thing is that he was supportive. Like, okay, let's say I had a new job, he would be like, "Yo, let's go see Ken." He'll get my brother, the rest of the family members. Let's go see Ken. Let's go support her. So I really appreciate that about him. But he had a lot of other very negative traits that outweigh those three positive traits. I say all that to say what he did not teach me, but I had to find this out the hard way on my own was just because he is financially responsible / stable, because it goes hand in hand. A lot of men are not going to be like that.
That's true.
So I may be the breadwinner in the relationship, and I have to be okay with that, especially if I'm married. That's the thing about marriage; it's a give or take. Like right now, pops, you may be on top, but it could be a time where your wife has to take over while you stay at home or whatever else it may be. But she still stays, and y'all gonna get married. Y'all still stay married because of the fact of the love. She didn't marry you for your money. She's honoring her vows, and that's the thing about me. Like for the longest, I'm like, I remember complaining to my homegirls. I want to get a wealthy man. Well, you got to go to the rich bars and go talk to those guys. And I'm like, but ain't they probably married? I mean, well, do you want the money or not? And I'm like, but that ain't right. Da, da, da. So it was always a complaint. It was, or I'm like, oh, I want to be a basketball wife, but I wasn't putting myself in that situation. I just found it hard for me to sit here and I got to dress up, wear this skin tight dress. You know how like ladies get in the club free passes, before 11, but they stand outside for about 2 hours with the heel, like the stripper heels and all that type of stuff. I don't have time for that. Like right now, like I said, Pops, I got wigs in my hair. It's gonna grow a lot longer. So right now I'm in the ugly phase of the dread stage or whatever, but it's gonna grow long and everything else. But I don't want to have to feel like I gotta be dressed up all the time just to go get no man like that. Like I don't want to have to do that, especially if it's a man who has a bunch of money. I don't want to look like that. So
I would much rather see you like this first. I want to meet you like this first because you can be made up. If I meet you made up, I don't know what you look like under all that makeup. I would much rather meet you like this because okay, I can work with that. Like rest in peace to the Godfather. I'll take an adjustable 6 because that adjustment can go up. Yeah, that's we'll go down and look for the characteristics that we want in the female we're looking for. Like, okay, she's cute. She got a little fupa here and there, but I can work with her because she's pleasant.
That's what y'all want. Peace. You want to come home to peace.
Oh my God, you hit the word on the head. Peace. We just want peace, baby. Peace, be still. Just chill, baby.
Peace in the Middle East. You know what I
mean? Well, listen, man. Thank y'all so much for the coming on. I really appreciate y'all, Pops. You enjoy that party, man. Don't be in that corner falling asleep with drool seeping out of your mouth like last time. That's how you got your face.
Nah, don't get them like that. They trying to get you, Pop. They trying to run your pocket, Pop. You gotta watch them.
Watch them, Pop.
Oh shit. I'm around people that I trust. I was so drunk I handed them my gun last time. You know what I mean? So they gave back later. So I'm only around people I trust. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's it. Do that. All right. Well, this has been a great episode of Kyndra's Corner. Thank you to the millions of people who tuned in and who are sharing this podcast and everything else like that. And to that West Side chick, I know you watch it. That's why you kept coming in and out and leaving comments and everything else. He's done. He don't want you no more. Okay? It's over. It is over. So, yes, man.
Finito.
Yes. So, listen, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. And we're